Hey folks, so this is a wee update video from the last one I done. A lot of people have used my suspension setup and have noticed a massive difference in handling. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to take you through it because I know a lot of people get confused or are a bit worried about changing these settings. But the upshot is as long as you're careful, you shouldn't have any issues and you should be able to put it back to the way that you had it before you made the changes. So what I'll do is I'll start with the front. So I'm 12 stone 9. 12 stone 9 and I've found my sweet spot, I think, for my setup. So you'll notice on the forks here, right, that I have got 4 lines shown. That includes the one at the very top, so that includes this one where my nail is. Right, so 1, 2, 3, and 4, just level with the top of the big nut. Right, so that seems to work really well for me. I can throw the bike in and out of corners, you name it. It does turn in a little bit quicker. Now, I think we can all agree that the suspension on these bikes are not built for, well, the UK market or the European market. I'm fairly certain these bikes are sprung for someone of 8, 9, 10 stone. Anything over and above that involves a wee bit of adjustment. I think for the most part, I think the maximum weight that the standard internals will do you is probably about 16 stone, 15, 16 stone, maybe just before that. So this does make a big massive difference, and it might be acceptable for you if you set these settings. So 4 lines shown, both sides, right? You just put a socket on this nut here and tighten it down. So just take a note of what your settings are now, and then you can always put both sides back to the way they were. Right, so 4 lines shown. So I've had to screw this big nut down to give me the 4 lines. That obviously tightens up the preload in the front end. Bear in mind this is on a GT, a Tracer 900 GT, which I've owned since July 2019. So the next step is to check what your settings were originally, right, before obviously you change this top screw. You'll notice it clicks. Listen. Right, so what we'll do is we'll screw it in. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right, I don't want to go any further, so I'll take it back because you feel it. Yeah, so you feel it stopping. So what you need to do when you reach that point, it gets to there, and you feel all of a sudden the screwdriver tightens up. So don't take it by it, or you could break the internals. Take it back to the previous click, and then what we're doing is going 6 out. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right, and then we do the same on the other end. So what we'll do is I'll just see, I'm just curious if this end is the same. I'm sure it is. 1, 2, 3. By the way, this is going clockwise. 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so both are 6 out. So 6 clockwise, or take it fully clockwise, right, until you feel the resistance, and then take it back to the first click, and then it's 6 clicks out from there, anti-clockwise. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right, and that is it set to how I've been running this bike now for a good 6 months. Right, so 4 lines showing. If you are a bit on the heavier side, as in a bit heavier than me at 12.9 stone, I would recommend if you're maybe a stone heavier than me, go to the third line. If you're maybe 13 and a half, 13 stone, 14 stone, go to the second line. So you want the second line level with that top nut there. And that's just by turning it clockwise, right? The big nut at the top here. Yeah, so I would say 12.9 stone, ideally 4 lines showing. Anything heavier than that, try it on the third line showing. If you're a bit heavier again, second line showing. And then if you are probably around the weight of 14, 15 stone, 16 stone, you're pretty much going to be entirely screwed down. Yeah, you're going to be entirely, your preload's going to be completely screwed down. So that's that side of it done. So that's the front done. Right, and as long as you've got note of your old settings, you know exactly what to set them back to. So what we'll do now is we'll do the rear. Right. Now, you've got the remote preload adjuster. On the older version of the tracers, you've got a ring here, or the MTs, you've got a ring here that you can adjust. If you're my weight, you want the ring here set to probably either the very top setting, the hardest setting, or one down from it. Yeah, one down from it, I would say. Now, what I've done before I started the video, the preload, which as I said on the older bikes, it's the ring here. The Tracer 900 GT has got the remote preload adjuster, right? So I've got this, it's just the same again, it's clockwise for hard, anti-clockwise for soft. I've turned this fully out soft till it stops and took it back until I feel a little notch or a click, right? And my settings are 15. So 15 clicks from where it is now, clockwise, is the settings that I use, right? That's if I'm solo riding. I'll put another 2 clicks on it if I've got stuff in the back of the bike. In fact, you're pretty much turning this fully hard if you've got stuff in the back of the bike, or if you're carrying a Pillion, or if you're carrying a Pillion with luggage. Either or, right? So I'll set this back to 15 out. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15 clicks. Right, now here is your combined rebound damping, basically. Right, so if you look at the shock, that's where you can see how much preload you've put on, because that little part here, let's see if I can show you this. I'm going to get it in. This here, this space you can see, is your preload. So when I had it fully anti-clockwise, so fully soft, that ring where the tip of the screwdriver is was meeting there. Right, so putting 15 on it puts that amount of tension in the spring, basically, that amount of, yeah, tension. So your combined preload and, sorry, not preload, rebound dampening, or damping. So we go fairly hard with this, right? Find out what the setting's at. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right, so I'm at 5 from hard. So we want to go back again to 5. So obviously this is, my settings are set to the ones that I'm trying to show you guys. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. So 5 out from hard. 5 out from fully clockwise on that. 15 out from fully anti-clockwise. Yeah, 15 out. Take it fully out anti-clockwise until it stops. Take it back to the first click. And then turn it clockwise 15 clicks. Right, and then up the front, as we discussed earlier, the 4 lines showing. And I believe it was 6 clicks out. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that's it. I mean, realistically, you set the rear to that, you'll probably never touch it again, bar up in the preload when you've got a passenger or heavy luggage in the back of the bike. The front, I find, is fine. Getting into, you know, dive-wise and all of that sort of stuff, it seems to be okay. I was originally running the bike with 3 lines shown, as per my last video. But I felt it was just a little bit too much. So I took it off a line. But yeah, give that a bash. See how you get on. Let me know in the comments how you get on. And hopefully it makes a difference. But yeah, that's it. Happy days. See you later.